Good afternoon everyone, I hope you all are staying safe and healthy. Well, there are so many myths around protein. It's not only preventing us from reaching our fitness goals, but it's also causing more disease and more problems. Today I want to take out this time to discuss what is a whole deal about protein. How much do we need? Do we really need that much? Do we really need protein shakes? How does protein work in the human body? The food that you eat breaks down the protein and your food into amino acids, which then generates the right amount of protein that works for your muscles and for your cells. When you eat protein, it just doesn't go into your muscles. The common misconception is that I take a scoop of whey protein or I eat a high protein meal and that protein goes directly into my muscles. No, it doesn't work that way. Your body first breaks down protein into amino acids, and then the amino acids that contribute towards proper lean mass, that gives your muscle fuel and gives power to your cells. There are 23 amino acids, 15 of them your body can make every single day. The balance 8 amino acids, also called essential amino acids, must come from other sources and other foods that we eat. So 15 of the amino acids are generated by the human body. The other 8 amino acids to make complete quality protein that your muscles really need comes from foods like beans, green peas, cabbage, cauliflower, cucumber, carrot, kale, spinach, nuts, seeds, sprouts. Yes, all vegetarian foods contain the 8 amino acids that your body needs to make complete quality protein. Eggs also have fantastic protein. Red meat has fantastic protein and everything else. But you can get complete amino acid profiles from vegetarian food. Even if you are a Jain vegetarian, you are getting enough protein through food. Even if all your food is vegetarian and plant-based, it is fine. It's not about the quantity of protein. We have been confused by people over the last few years that the more protein you have, the more muscle you gain. 1 gram of protein per kilo of your body weight is what we need, but excess protein comes with its own problems because it is not about quantity, it is about quality of protein. I could get 30 grams of protein in a scoop of whey protein, which is not qualitative, that doesn't have a complete amino acid profile, or I could get just 7 to 8 grams of protein in 2 to 3 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds that has all the amino acids and will give my body and my muscles exactly what it needs. The human body can roughly absorb anywhere between 9 to 11 or 12 grams of protein at each sitting. So taking 30 grams of protein at one meal is too much of protein for most people. Your body cannot absorb that much of protein, and guess what happens? When you have too much of protein, your body has no use for the protein. It gets stored as glucose and eventually gets converted into fat. Which is why people who keep taking more and more protein, believing that their muscles will get bigger, end up having abdominal fat. Because the excess protein does not get absorbed all at one time. We need to monitor and spread our protein intake over the day and throughout the day. Which means if I have sufficient protein at breakfast, lunch, my evening snack and dinner, and my pre and post workout snack, depending on what kind of exercise I am doing, is enough. When it comes down to protein, what you need to understand is that building muscle or using protein to lose weight, the more is more about the amino acid profile. And when it comes to muscle, believe me, you need a little bit of protein, but you need more of the human growth hormone and more of the hormone called testosterone. And that is what we never look at. We just look at how much protein we can get. But if you have low testosterone levels and low human growth hormone levels in your body, it doesn't matter how much protein you have. In fact, excess protein causes a reduction in your serum testosterone. Testosterone is what builds muscle, lean mass in men. What inhibits human growth hormone is a sedentary lifestyle. Too much of processed food, smoking, alcohol, sugar, playing too many video games, sitting in front of the TV, sitting in one place for too long depletes human growth hormones. And what stimulates human growth hormones are activities like jumping, exercises, skipping, jumping jacks, squats, basketball. Basketball is the reason why the players are so tall, because of the human growth hormone. Anything that makes you have contact with your foot to the ground multiple times. So something as simple as skipping, jumping will generate and stimulate human growth hormones, which also stimulates immunity. And when you have high human growth hormone, you have high testosterone. If you have too much of stress, junk food, if you have a thyroid issue, too much of stress can lead to cortisol. Higher the cortisol, the more it will lead to low testosterone levels. If you have low testosterone levels, no matter how much of weight you are lifting, how much of activity you have, how much of protein you are consuming, it will not benefit you. Because weight gain, the right weight gain I am talking about, lean mass weight gain, the right amount of muscle is hormonal based. It is based on the amount of testosterone you have and the amount of human growth hormone. It is all about human growth hormones. I talked about hormones. If you have the right hormonal balance, if you are running too much, training too much, and if you have less sleep, you have a hormonal imbalance. If you have a hormonal imbalance, your protein does not get broken down the right way. You cannot build muscle. You cannot have a lean body if you have a hormonal imbalance. The idea is balancing your hormones by eating balanced nutrition. You must eat the right kind of fats to generate the right hormones, because fat is required. The function of fat is generating hormones in the human body. So when you get the right source of fats from the olive oil, cold pressed coconut oil, nuts, seeds, they have essential fatty acids that help your body generate hormones like testosterone, human growth hormone, and all of that. Instead of shying away from the good fats and increasing more protein, we should have the right amount of good fats and the right amount of protein, not excess protein, because excess protein that your body doesn't use will get stored as fat, and you will put pressure on your kidneys to flush out the excess protein. So we need to understand that if you are consuming a protein rich diet and you are not putting on muscle, you are not losing weight, it is also because of a vitamin deficiency, because one of the functions of many vitamins is to convert the protein that we eat into amino acids that your body can absorb. So if we have a vitamin deficiency, we are not synthesizing protein the right way. It is no longer about how much protein should I eat. A handful of nuts is a great source of protein. A table of sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds is great protein. A bowl of peas, your normal vegetables, raw fruits, raw seeds, your balance, that will give anyone the right amount of protein. Instead of adding more protein to your diet, we need to look at why isn't our broad body breaking down protein the right way and absorbing protein the right way. Get the right amount of fats in your diet. And the other thing I want to talk about is people eat every 2 hours thinking that my metabolic rate will increase. Please stop doing that. Protein takes roughly 3.5 to 4 hours to digest in your system. If you are eating every 2.5 hours, you are making your digestive system constantly work. Your digestive system uses the most amount of energy in the body, and if it is constantly using energy to break down the food that you eat, your metabolic rate is actually slower, because your metabolism is a function of energy. When we talk about a high metabolic rate, it is the efficiency of the body to use energy, to burn excess fat. But if your body is using that energy to break down the food that you're eating every 2.5 hours, guess what? Your stomach is producing stomach acid every 2.5 hours, which means at some point you have more acid in your system, which means you're acidic. It is when you're acidic, you cannot lose weight. When you are acidic, you cannot build muscle. So the idea is eat a balanced meal, let your body completely digest it, and then eat your next meal. Eating every 2.5 hours is myth. It will not boost your metabolism. It will make your digestive system weaker. And your body is not looking out for nutrition so frequently. Give it what it needs at its meal time, and then let it rest in between. Let it digest, absorb nutrition, build cell health, build immunity, let it build your muscles. That's exactly how the human body works. Being healthy is easy. It has just become too complicated today. So when it comes to protein, use nature. Yes, if you want to use shakes, there are protein shakes. Use it for convenience sometimes. The simple way out for a pre-workout snack could be a fruit and some nuts. A post-workout snack could be some fruits and some peanut butter or almond butter or some nuts. Keep it simple. If you need a shake, use a good quality shake. Use a shake that doesn't have lactose in that, doesn't have dairy protein. So you may want to use a green pea shake or a brown rice shake or any of the countless vegan shakes that don't have added sugar and have a complete amino acid profile. Less is more, and that's exactly how the human body works. You have to understand that excess protein is not going to help you lose weight. It's going to make you put on weight. And it's going to cause other multiple issues in the human body. So be smart when it comes to protein. So guys, if you find this information useful, share it with your family and friends. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.